What's up, y'all? It's Miss Panda in the building, and I want to do another reaction video on Westindiecollection. She did a really cringy video today, well, actually the other day, with her boyfriend. And it was so many red flags, and I just kind of want to give my commentary on it. It was super duper cringy. But before we get started on today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel, because doing those things help to push my videos through the YouTube algorithm. So if you're ready, let's get started on today's video. Let me present my screen.
I have a special guest. I know you guys been wanting to see this one. It's been some time coming, but I would like to introduce you guys to the one that I say, you know, who I've been talking to, you know, who I call my boyfriend, things of that nature. And I'd like to introduce you guys to him. Don't mind us because we're just eating some food, just got some food. So I want you guys to welcome Will.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Yes. So I know you guys are probably wondering, you guys have a lot of questions, especially being that you guys, you know, seen my story and everything, and you guys are probably wondering, oh, how she, you know, when a man or this, that, whatever you guys are thinking. So I wanted to finally bring him on, which I've been planning to do for a while, but not in this type of way. But this is perfect since, you know, now it's out the bag, that people obviously know that I've been talking to, you know, an older guy. So if you guys are interested in watching this video, make sure you guys like this video, hit the push notifications, and subscribe.
I don't know, but it's like the energy between them is just like, there's like no chemistry between them. I don't know if I'm the only one that sees that. Like, he like doesn't make eye contact with her. He doesn't seem interested. Like, he don't have no type of personality. But let's continue. Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions because it's the beginning of the video. But whatever. Let's continue and see. Oh my goodness.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get it. Okay. So I just want you guys to know, and him to know, you only answer what you feel comfortable answering. And although we're going to talk about some things, I'm going to ask you some questions, just, you know, from the viewers, you know. So, yeah, you guys. So, let's see. And y'all know me. Y'all know me as West Indie, so we're just going to keep it at that. If you know my real name, that's cool, too. I love my real name. And, yeah, this is Will. So, first things first. How did we meet each other? You can start.
Well,
I'm gonna please talk loud so they can hear you.
we met at this program.
And be real, because I'm real with my viewers.
We met at this program where we're faced with homelessness, and she walked in and caught my attention, and I wanted to talk to her. So I asked her, she was taking a picture, so I told her she was gonna look better with me in the picture. And that's the truth. That's how I got her.
Oh wow, that's all it took. No effort at all. That's all he had to say, and he was just able to bag her like that. Okay, with no effort. That's it. That was like the most corniest pickup line ever. But he was able to bag her by saying that. But okay, if she like it, I love it. Okay?
Yeah, that's like pretty much the gist of how we started talking. But it wasn't like he just, sorry. That's a napkin. That's a napkin. It wasn't like he just came up to me, asked me for my number. No. We both knew of someone that I have to be cool with, and he told her, basically saying I don't have to feel rushed, and to, you know, basically she gave me his number. So that's pretty much how it went. And yeah, we definitely had, I would say in the beginning, some like drama due to like some other situations, but obviously that didn't keep me, from like stop talking to him or anything, even though it did stir the pot. Like, people started to like, like hate on me or just try to cause drama with me, being that I'm talking to him. And
Why? Why would anybody hate on you because you're talking to him? That's what I want to know. Like, he's not ugly, but it really ain't that serious. So I guess we're going to continue watching this video to find out why people would be hating on her and what's the big deal and why she's so goo goo gaga and over the moon over this guy, because he doesn't seem like much. I mean, he's not ugly, but his personality is just really it's just not doing it for me. I don't know. Maybe y'all feel different, but that's just how I feel about it. But maybe it's too early to determine. Let's keep going.
you know how that goes. So there was like some drama in the shelter for some time, and I didn't want to believe anything they had to say or anything, because he kept telling me how he likes me, he's into me. So I'm not gonna let a hater try to stop me from being with somebody who, I was obviously hitting off good with. So yeah, that's how we met, y'all. So how old are you?
45.
45. If you guys see one of my vlogs, my recent vlogs, that's me celebrating his 45th birthday. And you guys, I am 29. I'll be the big 30 this year, y'all. His birthday just passed, but my birthday will be 30. I will be the big 3-0. I'm so excited. Okay. So yeah, and how many children do you have? Do you have any children?
I have children.
How many?
Enough.
Is it all on one finger or more than one? Well, hand. All on one hand or more than one hand?
All on one hand.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people are probably like wondering, like, because I have 2 boys of my own, and a lot of people are wondering, well, how is she with a man that has like that many kids, and to keep it real, like, I never thought I would talk to someone who had like, a lot of kids, but I was trying to really look past that, especially from like a spiritual.
Well, first of all, you never really told us. Well, he never really told us, and you never really told us how many kids he had. Now, we can assume that he has a lot of kids because you just kind of said that, but you never really gave us an exact number. But the fact that he's like homeless and see, he can't really, I don't know. Is he taking care of his kids? Girl, you better be careful, because you better not have no more. Get yourself together first. Don't have any more kids until you get yourself together. If you have another baby and you want to have a baby with him, please make him marry you. And wait until he gets like fully established, like with a job where he can afford to not only take care of his kids from a previous situation, but take care of you and your kids. And if you do decide to have a baby with him, take care of that child too. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, do you. If you like it, I love it.
Like Christian, level. And I just feel like as long as I'm like, say, being loved and everything, or if someone's really into me and we can make this thing work, then why not go for it? Because at the end of the day, I do love children, and obviously I may want more children of my own someday, but I look at like me being a cool mom, like, okay, he has a lot of kids, but I also enjoy kids. And yeah, I don't know how the financial thing gonna go, but because a lot of people look at that as a barrier, like, why would you want to be with someone who has like a lot of kids? But I guess you could say I'm looking like past that.
I'm not trying to be funny. I noticed this is a completely different sector, but I'm kind of from like the mommy sector, and I do reactions to the mommies. One of the mommies that I react to is my Jazzy Life, and she just recently broke up with her boyfriend, Chris. He left her for another woman or whatever. This guy is giving this relationship, the way that they interact and the way that this dynamic is giving me the new Chris and Jasmine. He just has that same demeanor that Chris had, where Jasmine was giving more into pouring more of herself into the relationship than he was, and all Chris did was take. This is the energy that he's, because she's talking, and to me he doesn't really seem that interested in her, and he doesn't seem that interested in what she has to say. I don't know whether he's nervous about being on camera, but he's just not giving anything. I don't know, it's almost giving boring a little bit, but okay, like I said, go for it.
It's definitely my first time trying this out, so yeah. So how long have we been talking / together? How long would you say?
About 7 months.
Yeah, so it was like what, July. It was like July when we met. Yeah, when we started the program, and he was soon about to be leaving the program, and I was kind of just like getting started. Yeah. Is it a problem that I have children, or do you feel like you're accepting of my children being that their dads are not in their life?
Well, from the beginning, I told you, because I have kids, that, you know, it wasn't a problem. I wish.
Make sure you look at the camera
that,
too.
You know, things were different, but that's just how the cards are dealt. So,
What do you mean different?
as far as like they're having their own interaction with their father.
Oh, so you're trying to say you accept it, but like you wish like they were like still having a relationship with their dads, basically.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what is like your goal from being in like this homeless situation, but you also like meeting someone in this situation? Do you feel like it's necessary, that you should rather focus on yourself, or you don't see it being a problem that you met someone while being in a similar situation as you?
I guess a little bit of both, but you can't help who, you know, you meet and, you know, potentially care about. You can't help that. Things happen, you know. And since they happen, you know, it's been ups and downs, but you gotta make it work if you want it to work.
I swear, we broke up like 5 million times. Literally. I swear, I don't know, like, can you guys relate? Like, have you guys ever dealt with someone, you guys felt like you always broke up, always made up, always break up? We're both guilty. But I feel like I never liked that idea, but it's like, you know, part of me was feeling like, oh, God brought us together, you know. But then again, it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know how, I'm not used to this. I haven't really had a real relationship, anything of that nature. You know, like, what is something that you do while in your situation? Because you do go to church, right? And what do you do at your church?
I volunteer. I volunteer and participate, so I greet people and invite them in. You know, show them where, not really show them where to sit, but tell them how like this area is available, things like that.
So it sounds to me like he's like an usher at the church. I kind of like the fact that he goes to church. It would be nice if they went to church together. I didn't really hear her or him say that, but that would really be nice if they all could go together, like with her kids and him or whatever. But I guess that's too much like a family thing or whatever. But I don't know. His personality, I don't care for it. I don't see what she sees in him. He's not ugly, but his personality sucks to me. I don't know. He's just not exciting.
And I've been there a couple times, like 3-4 times maybe. But I don't go there all the time though. But I respect him and that he goes. But I don't really go to church like that. But obviously, you know, I love God, and sometimes I may feel like going to a church. But I did like that about him, that he, you know, talks about God and everything. Like in the beginning when we first started talking, he was going hard, like texting me saying like, you know, like a prayer for me and everything. That kind of has stopped though. But in the very beginning, when we always were talking to each other, he always would send me like a nice, positive, spiritual like thing, like, you know, scripture just coming from his heart or whatever, and he would pray for me. And that's one of the things I did like about him. Okay. So one of the things he has brought up early on in our talking stage, it was that he wanted to like marry me. And I honestly thought it was too early because I feel like I still have to like get to know him and everything. And I did feel like he was kind of rushing it in a way, because he mentioned like, you know, baby and stuff. But you know, we obviously got past that. Just, you know, still was talking and stuff. But would you genuinely like felt like you wanted to marry me at that time, or you felt like that was just you just being a man? Just what do you think?
No, at that time I would say yeah. You know, as things progress, I would still say yes, but it's some things that we both got to work on.
What make you want to like marry someone like me, or marry me?
It's just a feeling when you know a person is your person. You know.
Even though we broke up, make up, and
that's why I said we have things we have to work on. Because the things, if we don't work on them, it would never work.
Okay, so being that I'm now out of the shelter, and one of our recent conversations that was pretty big, you should know this, is you don't feel like we should move in together because you'd rather be married first. And I was like, well, there's plenty of couples, you know, that love each other and they obviously live with each other first, and then eventually like they will, you know, get married. And then there is like, that's for example, well, I don't want to, you know, have a baby by you until we're married or living together. You see what I'm saying? So why are you so like stuck? Because it seems like you don't even want to like budge at like, stop thinking about that. Why are you so big on that?
Like I said, this is just a lot of things we got to work on, and by us not being married, I see it like it's just shacking up. You know what I mean? Because,
but you think we could have sex though and not be married?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, she does have a point. Like, you can't live with her. Like, you know, she's in a situation. You're homeless. She's homeless. It's not like she's lazy. She does work. She is like a hustler. I don't like the fact that she does the internet begging thing. But if she's in a homeless shelter, I guess she has to do what she has to do for her kids. But the one thing that I have an issue with is the fact that she has a job, but she comes up here and she begs, but then she takes her money and she spends it on high expenditure items that she really, really can't afford, that could be potentially put to the side to put towards a down payment on a place for her and her kids. She wouldn't need this man. I mean, it's nothing wrong with having companionship, but she wouldn't like need to move in with him if she was to budget her money the way she was supposed to. Okay, and she's kind of right in a sense of, you know, you don't want to live together, but it's okay for you to sleep. You can't pick and choose. You can't sit at two tables. You can't say one thing and then do another. Like, that's phony to me. But anyway, I think it's whack. But all right.
You want me to answer the question?
I do.
That's one of the things that we have to work on, is right there, her doing that all the time. Like, I'll be in the middle of talking, and then she'll cut me off. But like I said, it's a lot of barriers that we have.
Make sure you're talking a little louder.
So that it can work. Because if not, it doesn't matter if I want to get married or we living together, if it's not going to work, if we don't get past those issues.
But like, what if like, okay, we're not living together, but we get married, we're moving together, and then things are just going crazy? Like, how would you tell, you know, how someone is living together, but yeah, you're gonna commit before you even move in with that person? How would you know like how my living style is, how I parent my kids? Because a lot of couples, one thing could be a financial reason, but another thing is how they parent their kids and stuff. How would you know like that won't be a big issue if that time was to come?
Well, by you seeing how I operate, I see how you operate, and then if it's meant to be, we'll come together. But if we just move in and then it don't work, then that's mistake colossal.
But yet we're married.
Yeah, if we're married, that's something different. But I'm talking about before then.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we're already married, and then we move in, and then you see something you don't like. Mom. 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 Yeah, baby. Mom. 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 Mom.
I don't know. I'm just kind of uncomfortable with the way he looks at her son. Like, I don't know. It's just no interaction, and like he just looks very rigid and like I don't know if that's the type of man I would want around my kids. But then again, I don't have to date him. She does. I don't think that he should be alone with her kids. Even though he has kids of his own, you don't know how active he is in his own kids' lives. He said it's no problem that she has children, but I don't know. He doesn't seem comfortable around her kids. He seemed like he wants her. He doesn't seem like he really wants her children. That's the part that I find weird, because some guys are like that, where they want the woman, but they know that that woman has children from a previous situation. And it's like those women be so, I don't want to say desperate for a man, but they just want a man in their life so bad that they're willing to mistreat their children and put that man, as the end all be all in their life, and just kind of push their kids to the side for this. I hope she doesn't do that to her kids, because she seems pretty loving towards them, and I hope that doesn't change. But as far as him, it's just I'm just not feeling. It's something's off. I don't know what it is, but something's off. I don't know.
Here, go give it to your brother. Go give that to your brother.
He looks irritated. Look at his facial expressions and body language. He looks irritated. Okay? That's all. That's it.
Come on, go give it to your brother. Thomas, watch him come to you. Yeah, I still don't really understand it though, but that's his philosophy, I guess. Okay. So another thing is, people saw this recent video of me, 2 of them actually, and it's basically me saying how, I'm homeless, and well, you weren't mentioned in the first video because we weren't talking for about 2 weeks. I thought he was done with me. But the second video, my interviewer had mentioned about you, and he's like, well, how are you with this 45-year-old man, and he's not helping you out your situation. You up there making GoFundMes, or basically asking for money, this, that, and the third. Where's your man at? Like, what do you feel or think about that, being that we are together and I'm going through this struggle? Like, what do you say or think about that?
I mean, people can say what they want. You know what I've done to help aid you in your journey as well as my own journey. So I don't really care about what people think about me or say about me. That's not, who are they to judge me? Because they don't know what I've done. They don't know what I do. Because if I was such a bad guy, I don't think you would deal with me. We wouldn't be having this interview, to be honest.
Well, I think one of the main reasons why we probably haven't clashed, or is the big done deals, because you have shown that, I guess, you're loyal to me. Like, you're not, like, you haven't cheated on me or anything. That would be a biggest, like, no if you were like the type to cheat on me or something. But one of my issues with you is I feel like you don't really do that much, and I'm not trying to change.
Oh, why she had to say it like that? She said she feel like you don't really do that much. Boy, you got to step your game up a little bit. If you gonna date and have a woman, you can't expect to have a woman and feel like if you hitting that, then you cannot expect to hit a woman and feel like you ain't gonna have to come out your pockets with something. I understand you homeless, but it's not about how much you have. You don't have to have six figures. But even if you only work a menial job like Walmart, which there's dignity in all work, so I'm not making fun of that. But what I am saying is, at your income level, if a man love you, the bottom line is this: if a man love you, he's gonna go out his way. I don't care if he gotta take on a second, a third, a fourth, or whatever job, to make sure that you and your kids is good. If a man is really, really into you, that's what I am saying. She needs to reevaluate some things. Okay? She might be wasting her time.
Change you. I don't know if that's something that we would just have to just keep growing as a couple to figure things out. But that's just, obviously how I feel. But I don't think they're talking about that. Of course, you would help me when it came to certain things or whatever, or towards my kids. But we're talking about the financial. We're not living together. I'm now out, kicked out the shelter. And obviously, I'm asking for money for a place to stay or for this, that, and third. But you're not, for example, you're not helping me get a hotel room. Someone else is helping me. If you're my man, why aren't you stepping up to the plate? Especially knowing that you work and you get paid more than me. That's why I think people want to know, based off the financial part, instead of me posting for help on social media.
Like I said, they just don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So, it is what it is.
You got to tell a little something.
Ain't no it is what it is. Obviously, ain't nothing that much going on behind the scenes, because if she felt the need to mention that, she keeps saying and trying to put it off on us, the public, to saying that we want to know this. That's her. That's her. You got to do a little bit more. Okay? And that's just that. As a man, you got to do a little bit more for yourself and for her.
That's not really saying much. Because what's really going on behind closed doors?
Certain things,
Like what? Talking about from what you're going through, or what we're going through?
Yes.
Like
Both.
what?
Both.
Like what?
Just things that just hindering us both from moving forward.
So what's hindering us from moving forward?
Things.
You can just name one thing. You don't have to say everything.
Things.
Like what?
Things.
They need to know, so let's not tell them nothing. Huh?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it? Okay. Another thing is, I think I had a question for her to say. How do you feel about me talking or making me respond to other men, whether it's social media? How do you feel about that?
You know how I feel. That's a no-go. Because if you're out there doing that, then there's no reason to talk to me.
And what about the OnlyFans?
No
Keep it real.
No-go.
But babe,
You sure do got a problem with that. But my thing is, if you don't want her talking to other men, then you got to sit up there and step your game all the way up. All the way up. If you don't want her doing OnlyFans, which I don't have a dog in the fight. If she want to do OnlyFans, hey, as long as it's tastefully done, there's nothing wrong with it. It's another source of income for her and her children. I'm not going to judge her on that. If that's what she wants to do, that is fine. But my thing is, you can't tell her what she can't do. Tell her you don't want her talking to other guys. But then you're not really, really financially providing for her the way that a man should. I'm not saying that you should take care of her kids because they're not yours, but they're a package deal. When you do for the mother, you doing for the mother is going to trickle down to them in a sense. Even if you just put $100 in her hand, she's more than likely going to do something that's going to benefit not only herself, but her kids too. So you got to do a little, you got to bring it a little bit more and get a personality. He's so boring.
we just talked about the OnlyFans, about me keeping it up for some time.
But you put new stuff on there? No-go.
But did you or not admit that I could at least reactivate my OnlyFans? Just keep it real.
Yeah, that's old stuff. I'm talking about new stuff.
Babe, this was just like 2 days ago.
You know,
Would you want me to handle my business, or to an extent?
if it's inappropriate, it's a no-go.
Would you consider yourself the insecure type?
Not at all.
Okay. Let's
It's
see.
just certain things. If a woman is supposed to be a wife, she would never do to try to embarrass her husband, whether they're married or not. You have to become a wife before you're a wife. So you have.
Well, first of all, my thing is you got a lot to say about her being a wife. Y'all not married. Second of all, where y'all gonna live? Y'all gotta get y'all finances together first. Secondly, y'all gotta try to find a place that both of y'all can afford with y'all income level that y'all at now. Then if you want to get married, that's fine. But homeboy, you gotta do more. That's all. You gotta do more.
Think like a wife before you are a wife. Just like a man has to think like a husband before he's a husband.
But you're not thinking like a husband, my dude. Like you, husbands provide and protect. You are not doing that. You're not providing any money for her to at least go to a hotel for a few nights. You say you do stuff, but according to her, based off what she said, it's not a lie. And providing a roof over her head, even if you can't get an apartment right now, you can't come out of your pockets with a decent enough hotel room just for a couple of nights and some food for her and her kids. Like, you trash.
Right, but you know, like, it all depends on your relationship. If you create your relationship, you don't go based off other people's relationship. So like, if
I'm
you
not going off of anybody's relationship. I'm going off of thinking logically. What's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
right, but let's just say, not saying you do now, I'm just saying, let's just say you did approve of me, for example, doing OnlyFans, because you know that's gonna.
It's unacceptable for a man to take up a woman's time and he's not financially helping her out from time to time. Like, that's your job as a man to a certain extent. I mean, it's not like she's like lazy. She does have a housekeeping job. She do come up here and beg, like I said, but at the end of the day, it's not like she's just sitting around not doing absolutely nothing. She does have a job. She does. So he got to be able to at least meet her halfway. That's all I'm saying.
You know, make the bag or whatever, or you just support with what I do, but you know I'm not like a cheater or nothing. It's just the fact that y'all two is on the same rapport because y'all trust each other, y'all love each other, and nothing gets in the way. Some people work like that as business partners, or understand their wife or their job, or versus vice versa. Or if the woman understands her husband, like if he was a producer or something, he's gonna be in a studio with probably multiple women. You know, like that just comes with that type of lifestyle. So I feel like it has to do with an understanding with both parties. Unless y'all say no.
Would you want me to have an OnlyFans showing my eggplant?
It depends if I know you to be an entertainer. If it was just something out of the blue, then it's like,
do that now.
Like, you just running to walk up to me, say, babe, I want to be an entertainer, or I want to do some OnlyFans.
I want to do OnlyFans showing my eggplant.
Would it be with me or with other people? Come get him, Thomas. Come get him. Would it be with me or other people?
However you feel you need to do it.
No, this is about you. You asked me about you.
So I'm answering your question the best way I know to answer it.
So you're saying whatever I allow you to, but you could do it? Huh?
Yeah.
I'll say it was probably with me, then obviously I probably wouldn't mind. But if it was with like a random person, probably not, unless we were both into that together. Like if I known of you to do that. But if I was into that, like going hard and stuff, I probably wouldn't mind, because I know it's just a business, nothing more, I guess. But other than that, like now speaking, no, I wouldn't want my man doing that. No. Yeah, baby.
Answers my question.
Oh, your sippy cup here. You can get some of this. Yeah, you get your stone on me. Come get him, baby, because I'm still recording. Let's see. Come get him.
Hi guys.
All right. I was trying to ask my question, you guys, but I can't think of it right now. Where can you see us in the next, say, 2 months?
Well, hopefully both in our best position that we can ever put ourselves in. You know, as far as, you know, all around, like your living situation, mine's.
It's too vague. His answer is giving just vague. It's like it's giving nothing. It's giving nothing. That's all I can say about that.
Maybe closer together, things like that.
Closer together as in how? Like building together as in how?
Just having a better communication and, you know, working things out better.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He seems kind of boring to me, and me personally, I don't like men that I like a conversation to kind of flow. The conversation doesn't flow. She seems more extroverted and he seems more of an introvert. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that because opposites attract. The problem is, it's not really a problem. I don't want to word it that way, but it's just like having a conversation with him is like pulling teeth. And that's irritating to me. Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like having to pull teeth out of a person. Like, he said he wants to work on communication. I guess it's something he does need to work on, but it's like pulling teeth talking to him. He talks, but he doesn't say nothing at the same time, if that makes sense.
Okay. That's it? Okay.
What about you?
Oh, excuse me. I want to see. Obviously, I want us to both be in, you know, a happy place. Like, whether we have our own place, whatever. But I want to see, like, steps to show that, like, you really, like, love me, care about my kids, like, making moves for us, making things happen. Of course, you know, we always work on better communication. And just be more, you know, loving. And supportive of each other, and, you know, just giving me, you know, attention, like, you know, treat me like I'm someone that if you say you love me, then treat me like that. Like, I want to see more of that. I don't want to just be told. I want to see it. I want to see, you know, that my man is there, can provide for me and my kids, and not me feeling like I have to do everything on my own, or I have to ask you, because I don't want to have to do that. Yeah. So we're gonna end the video. I don't make this video too long, because if you guys are interested in knowing more or anything, because I did have something, I don't know if I should say future, but something I've been wanting to work on that has something to do with me and him, but who knows where this will go or anything. I'm just speaking wise. But if you guys, you know, are enjoying this video, let us know your thoughts. I want to hear it. Let us know, do y'all think he's the one?
Now, she asked the question of if we think that he's the one for her. Only time will tell the story. Personality wise, I don't know whether it's because he's on camera and he's uncomfortable, which I don't understand that, because it's not, I don't think that she was live. I think she just kind of maybe turned the camera on and was just kind of talking to the camera, if that makes sense. So I don't understand why he would be uncomfortable. I mean, anything that he didn't want to answer, he didn't answer it. But it's just giving that's just his personality. Like I said, I feel like she's more extroverted. She's more talkative. She's more outgoing as far as like her personality. And he seems more closed off, judging by his, and I'm not judging like in a bad like way. Like, I'm just going according to like his arms are folded. He seems kind of closed off. I understand there's certain things on social media that you don't want to share, and that's fine. That you want to keep certain things private, and that's fine. But my thing is, if you don't want her to do OnlyFans, and you don't want her to talk to other men, and you want to be exclusive, then you have to provide more, because there's going to be men. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young lady, and there's going to be men that's going to come, and if she's, when you're desperate, And I don't want to call her desperate, but if you're in a situation where your funds are low and you need a hotel room for the night, and she comes to you and she asks you, hey, we're going to call him Herbert. Hey, Herbert, you know what? My money's a little bit funny. It's a little tight right now. I had to put gas in the car and feed the kids and wash clothes. And I don't have no money for a hotel room tonight. And it's a possibility that I might have to sleep. Me and the kids might have to sleep in my Jeep tonight. Can you think, you can help us out with a hotel room? And if he can't give that to her, and then all of a sudden Steve, hit her up and hit a slide in her DMs and tell her, hey, give me your Cash App. I'm going to Cash App you some money, but I want to go out with you tomorrow. What do you think she's going to do? If you don't want her to do those types of things and you want to be exclusive with her, then you got to meet her halfway. You got to get yourself together first. You can't help her if you're not together. I mean, I understand things happen to people. We all just, not all, but, it's expensive out here as far as food, is expensive. The cost of living is expensive. We all one paycheck away from, possibly being homeless ourselves, because everything is it's very expensive. So I get it. But if y'all was to come together with your income and her income, then that's more money. And I feel like she can potentially do an OnlyFans, but it has to be done in a tasteful manner. Maybe you could sit down and explain to her what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. And maybe also, if she's going to do her OnlyFans, maybe you could be present while she's there so that you could see firsthand what's going on, what's happening, what she's doing, so that you know what's happening, But drop that in the comment section. I'm sorry for the long video, but this video was a lot to unpack, child. That's what I told y'all in the beginning, that this video was a little cringy, just the way it was. I was kind of embarrassed for her at certain points, because you could tell she wanted him to answer the questions a certain way, and you could see in her face that she kind of was disappointed that he didn't answer it the way that she kind of wanted him to answer it. But she has to understand that whatever you accept in the beginning, that's how the relationship is going to be. You set the tone as a woman, and you telling him how to treat you by what you accept. But that will be all for today. That will conclude today's episode of Miss Panda Talk Time. Drop down in the comment section and leave a comment and discuss how you feel about their interaction with each other about today's video. Thank you for listening. I love you all and be blessed. Thank you very much.